Well, how's it going, Kingsmen? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. Today, we have another clan fight between the AMR and NR4 clans. This one on the map of Lutzen. Like I said, a 4v4. And they're bringing some fun cores here today. I actually don't know the names of these cores. Also, on a side note, before anything kicks off, I have gotten sick, so if I'm coughing or my voice sounds different or my voice dies, it's just because I'm recovering from a cold. You know, it's what happens when you have kids. Kids get you sick. Not like I'm trying to throw my kids under the bus, but you know, it happens. Anyway, let's go over the points here because, man, things are kicking off. Look at these beautiful Russian columns moving. You have the French cavalry in the background here. But yeah, so we have the NR4 playing the coalition, so we're from the NR4 side here today. I don't have the actual points here, but I have the names and of course the points for this side. So you have a 10-point Blucher, a 7-point Blow, a 9-point Osten-Saken, and then a 5-point Red, or Reed, I think it's Red, Bavaria. On the other side, France, I don't have those points, but I have a Eugen, a Mortier, a Victor, and a Donzelot. Donzelot, I think it's like a Polish, maybe? A mixture of Polish. But either way, guys, looks like it's going to be potentially attack, defense style play. Maybe we'll see how aggressive the Russians actually are, along with Bavaria. Bavaria already taken this town and pushing out to the buildings. I mean, if we look at the map here, the majority of the LOCs are in this clustered area. Now, of course, this small town on the left here, France has already garrisoned. He has one army sitting here. Another one in the center. So, potentially, this could be a back and forth. I mean, they're really pushing here for these towns on the right-hand side here. And France will potentially have this whole area with the field. There's a nice little hill in between them. I think Russia's trying to decide where to set up, because once those artillery are down, it's going to be a matter of probably grinding down the French. For now, though, I think they're going to be as aggressive as potentially possible here. France is going to be more on the defensive at this time. They have artillery set up. Look at this. This is a nice field of fire here. Going for the Russian artillery piece. Russia gonna throw their artillery up here. It's very content to keep this position. I mean, they have some 10-pounders and I believe some 12-pounders. So large artillery pieces can, hopefully for them, they will control this whole open field of fire. Obviously, a lot of French artillery is going to be probably set up opposite them. And let's not forget the massive amount of Prussian infantry that is pushing up here. Not a lot of cavalry, I'm sure you've noticed. There is a little bit, and of course, Bavaria bringing a very large portion of cavalry, but a lot of Prussian infantry. So they definitely, I think the coalition is set up very nicely for a nice, long, standing, atrocious line fight. They probably are not going to want to do any hard, fast-hitting action here. The French probably will be the opposite here. Oh, looks like artillery oh, wow. Artillery really focusing down for now. I think the Russians are trying to counter battery, get rid of as much French artillery as possible before they make their push, as if they're going to do an attrition fight, they want less artillery to be able to focus down their infantry. They want to be able to have the advantage. Now, of course, we will see how the Russians play it. Yeah, look at these guys are absolutely getting focused. I think, yeah, he's pulling back his artillery piece until the line fight has started. That way he's not going to get it totally focused down. Very wise decision, actually. That way he maintains he maintains that artillery piece that is going to be so crucial. Now, I'm interested to see where the coalition is planning on making their push. Obviously, not strong here on the coalition's right. They have a Bavaria with some cavalry, but they are pulling back. And honestly, I mean, maybe they'll be the right flank, but maybe Russia's going to be the right flank, and maybe they're only playing to this whole side. I mean, you can see Blucher, he's shifting entirely to the left. You have Boulot. He is going to be taking more of the center, I'm assuming. And he got some British amongst his line. Hey, look at these guys. The British and Prussians in one army. Lots and lots, of course, of infantry. Like I said before, a lot of Landwehr. Massive units that can take a lot, I think, but shock-wise, they will not do well. If they get shocked and you really hit them hard, they can break instantly. Now, over here, we do have cavalry starting to go around. It's going to be up to Bavaria, I think, to protect this right-hand side. Yeah, this looks like the Septiles, pretty much. Oh, getting charged here. Bavaria making sure that the French alliance knows that they can't just screw around here. Now, it doesn't look like he's going to get himself out of there as France is trying to push that cav engagement some more. Hussars pushing forward here for France.
Sir,
oh, do we have a general potentially? All right, so Russia is pushing towards the town. They have an artillery advantage here to control any flanking push made on them, so I think they could mostly go for an assault on the town without too much worry about the left flank swinging in on them. This artillery would shatter any push made, and they'd be able to pressure that. So I think it's pretty safe. Now, of course, the right-hand side, Bavaria may be that defense on the right. Don't know how strong the French are. I'm assuming they have, you know, this, I believe it's a 5-pointer. He's going to be pushing up here, but for now, it's one French army as far as we know right here. Russia, I think they're going to feel it out. Maybe they're going to go for all-out assault. Who knows? Either way, we have a Prussian reserve army. Blucher pushing the left-hand side here pretty aggressively, it looks like, thus far. Very nice. Yeah, some grenadiers from France running forward here. They're gonna try to probably put some better infantry in that LOC. Make sure it holds. And here we go. The first assault here going in. Watch out for those skirmishers. But here we go. See, yep, you have some grenadiers rushing into the house. But here goes Russia. Gonna try to take this from the French. They've already 50%ed this building. More French infantry pushing up from the road. Reinforcements here as Russia's gonna try to put some pressure here. At the same time, Prussia absolutely rolling through the town. Not a lot of resistance. I don't think France really has a whole lot there yet. I'm really curious how this fight over here is going to go. I truly am. I don't know if France is going to take this back. I think Russia actually, yeah, he's pulling back. Look at that. Totally pulling back. I think they decided they do not like this. Probably just because of the massive amount of infantry from France you are now seeing here. This is Eugen. A lot of Italian infantry. Excuse me.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yep, and Russia's pulling back. Also, probably wise due to this nasty looking flank here. Oh, is this some guard units? Look at these guys rolling out. Oh, yeah. Oh, France is showing their hand here. Pushing it forward in force. Cavalry, infantry, all along the line. They are counterattacking here. You have cavalry from France. That was pushing out. Bavaria defending his infantry as best it can, as there is a full retreat here to a better defensive position. They do not want to get outflanked here. They're going to pull back. Russia's pulling back, probably going to try to get to the guns. I'm not sure if they're going to pull back to the town, use that as their defense. Over here, Prussia entirely past this town now. Look at this aggressive push. Now, there is not a lot of French here. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought there'd be more French. I think the French have massed up over on the right, which means their left is weak. And if Blucher pushes his advantage now, he may have a little bit of an easier fight on his hands. It was absolutely gorgeous. That's not a good view. Here we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Artillery, though, this is going to be a problem for Blucher. I'm sure he's going to try to get cavalry to defend that. But it looks like also you have the 7-pointer following this up. So, it is going to be... Oh, yeah, see, France is pulling back here, too. So, Russia may have to turn around and go right back in order to keep the French engaged so that they can't switch over here and fight against Blucher. We'll see. We will see. I think the French realize they got to protect the guns, so they're going to send in some Lancers. Yeah, they're canistering this line. I think they may get 1 or 2 units at the most, but I do not see the French hold very well here. I do not see them holding very well here. Even bayonet charge going in. Ooh, the canister may break that unit. Bayonet charge going in here. The morale, though, a little wavery, especially after that canister. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at this. That's very, very smart. The Prussians get behind the French infantry so they can't really canister them. Look at that, though. This Landwehr just ate that charge. Did just fine here. Now we have cavalry and infantry. The artillery get... Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Cavalry now smashing in, and what did I say about the Landwehr? Shocked they will break. And it is starting here. I'm not sure where the volume is. But the Landwehr, the best thing to eat it up. Man, this fight's starting to rage. Despite the lack of sound, it still looks awesome. Prussia has pulled a line along here. France does not have any men. Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix this. I have to try. Let's see what Russia's doing. So Russia, yep, they're gonna re-engage here. Now we have the 7-pointer pulling. Sorry guys, it sometimes fixes that sound problem. We'll see if that does it. I think most of the sound is working. Just, you know, the charging melee sound that's so cool isn't. Some skirmishers are gonna try to go for the artillery piece. Cavalry gonna save that. Yeah, I'm not sure why some of the sound is bugging out. I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with that. But either way, let's get a nice zoomed out view here. So you have Russia pushing back, re-engaging as the Prussians. Oh my gosh, this is... Whew. As the Prussians start putting a lot of pressure here, a lot of cavalry for the French here. And they are really trying to stop Blucher in his tracks here. Some Hussars smashing in against some Dragoons. It looks, no, some Lancers. Here we go. Russia has put the pressure back on France. They had their forces moving to the other side. They're going to have to probably stop and turn and face the Russians, which means this side, which is already struggling a little bit, you're going to start struggling even more because there is not infantry at all on this side. There is just, I mean, there's infantry in the center, but this is mostly cavalry at this point. Yeah, mostly cavalry, and the cavalry can only do so much before it is just dead stopped. And that's probably why they're trying to push some of that infantry over to help. But instead, Eugene and the Guard being stopped by Russia, who, look at this. They're just pushing up and then falling back. Delaying the French. The French had to make a decision here. Are they going to push Russia while they have the advantage? Or are they going to pull back? I mean, the forces, guys, the French are outnumbered in this field. They are absolutely outnumbered numerically. I mean, it's 10,000 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6,500 men versus 10,000. Yeah, there is an obvious numerical advantage here, and already France has taken some heavy losses here, and the Prussians have honestly not lost a lot. I'd feel pretty good if I was the coalition right now. And look at the masses of infantry that are pushing forward still. Now, of course, I hear people say, well, Kingston, this is quality versus quantity, and the quantity breaks so easily when hit by the right quality. And I would agree. Which is why, of course, the coalition is probably playing it very carefully. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Man. That's why the Prussians, you see, they're being very, very easygoing with their pushes. They're advancing in mass. That way, I mean, you saw that Landwehr, it ate up some of those charges. Of course, it did break. It did break. Some of it did. But then the French lost some cavalry to those Landwehr as well. So, you know, it works both ways. Works hand in hand. And in this situation, even if the French broke this first line, there's another line, and then another line, and then another line. You know what I mean? Like, there's 2 to 3 lines deep versus 1 to 2 for the French, maybe. And the fact of the matter is the French are falling back. They do not want to take this fight. And the coalition are pushing because they do want this fight. They want this noise. Yeah, look at these guys. They don't care. It's like, man, we got numbers. And the best quality is not even in the front. And there is some good quality the Prussians have. They just aren't using it yet. Oh, man, the sound just bugging out. I get it. I don't record enough. I don't know why you would bug out, though. That's just embarrass me in front of my audience. Or something like that. Oh, my gosh. You have everything, you know? That's what people say. Alright, so we're in a circle. The French have consolidated. Harassing them. I'm sorry for doing this so much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I know. Olanin going for some infantry, some of, it looks like some of Yushin's potentially. They're just trying to whittle down the numbers, and they can take some losses. They're gonna break. Or not break. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, they're trying to follow up. This is a attack and retreat exchange right now. The French just trying to consolidate. I don't know where the French are planning on massing up here. But you're pulling all the numbers for the coalition together into one place. I don't know. Although, to be fair, all it's going to take is one really good heavy cav charge or a couple with infantry following it up to break a lot of the Prussians. So I guess we'll see. Still, I would not be happy if I was a Frenchman and saw lines of enemy infantry just stacked on top of each other, just rolling towards me. I would be less than happy about that. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, we got some dragoons. Where are they gonna go? Harassing this line. We have some countering dragoons from France to defend this line. And they all engage in silence. Yeah, guys, this line now, look how far it's spanning. So the line starts here, goes all the way across. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, sorry guys. Goes all the way across to here. Oh, we got a French push here on the flank. No squares able to form. Hussars harassing. Where's Bavaria? Bavaria's way over here. That's bad for the Russians. I mean, they're trying to make a push and they need some protection on their flank. They need something. Now, I'm not saying they even need a whole lot here, but yeah, look at this. The cycling in and out is just going to be painful over time. Here we go. Russia throwing in some of their dragoons to try to defend this flank. He's getting that infantry out of there, leaving it squareable. But here comes the French around the flank here. Bavaria, I feel like he needs to push his cavalry infantry up. Maybe he's waiting for that flank, but that's a lot of infantry swinging around. Russia's got to be very, very, very cautious here. That's a lot on the flank. Over here, I mean, Prussia has had a very easy time of it, I would say. And they've slowly been breaking the French. The French have been retreating this entire time. In my opinion, this needs to happen for the French. They need to make a big push and win big, because they're not strong over here. They have been falling back and retreating this entire time, and they have the ability to make a big play here. I believe they do. They got some really quality, real good quality here. Some cavalry as well. They just got to start walking towards the enemy. Look at this. They even have the Ledoux. They already are pulling Bavaria back. Now, France could be trying to pull the Prussians into a trap where they then ambush them.
Building has fallen to the enemy.
I don't see that necessarily happening right now. But it's possible. It's very, very possible. Yes, we'll have to see how the cards get played here. Right now, you have the Prussians. They're just walking forward. They have been this entire time. We may actually see a final engagement. Ooh. Froze for... What's happening? Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. Yeah, so we have France actually potentially gonna take a fight here against Russia. Let's see if Russia is willing to take it. Bavaria, oh, there's their cavalry. All right, it was on the other side. Now they're pushing it back as they realize the impending doom. Over here as well, though, you have France making their stance. Here's some cavalry engaged. This looks like this potentially is Eugene defending the right flank. I'm just waiting to see where to get a charge here. Oh, did I time it perfectly? Oh my gosh, I did. They have formed a square, though. Did they form a square? They did not form a square in time. Then cavalry. Oh, I mean, these guys did. To be fair, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I can't keep my voice. Oh my gosh. Not a very good charge. However, it did what it needed to, and France is able to run forward some infantry and start focusing on the Russians' infantry. So closing that distance. I was surprised they didn't do a bayonet charge here. Either way, though, it's going to be a little rough for them over there. We have a little cav play on the left. A lot of French cavalry running around behind the, almost behind the lines here as Prussia keeps making their majestic, massive push here. Russia is about to be in the thick of it. Has massed up his cavalry, though. Hussars harassing those sappers. Bavaria still trying to lock down that right flank and keep it intact for Russia. You have artillery here in danger. Oh, they gonna fire? Nope. All right, so oh, they broke. Wow, what a lucky, what luck for. Oh, and still they broke. Dang. Here we go. I believe the guard pushing in here. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? Oh, Ledoux going in for a charge. Did they hit a square?
men are running, sir.
Nope, they absolutely did not. Russia's actually really getting hurt here. Prussia, I mean, they're still pushing, but it looks like he may try to divert some forces as Russia's in deep trouble now. Ledoux has made quite the push. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they are deep in Russian lines. Ah, don't lag out. Someone's probably fighting by an LOC. That's usually what that
Our
means.
men are running, sir.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, Russia just got shattered. That doesn't mean that they still can't hold that center with cavalry. But Prussia is going to funnel troops to defend that right side. You have Bavaria Napoleon cavalry try to slow down this French attack, but also pulling back on that right side as their centers kind of collapsed. Cavalry cycling in and out. This is crazy.
Running,
I think they'll try to break that Ledoux, stop them from coming back again. It's so weird with it being in silence. I don't know why it is silent. Over here, this is, yeah, look at this, guys. Just a regular standard line fight. These guys have had the standard Napoleonic experience. Now, there's a lot of cavalry cycling in and out here, but I'm assuming it's probably not going to do a lot of damage, although France is trying to make some pressure here. Don't know if it's going to work. Even some French infantry fighting here by the tree line. Russia has pulled back a little bit. Bavaria is trying to keep themselves just one step ahead of the enemy here.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yeah. I think they'll be all right. I think Bavaria will manage to keep themselves away. I mean, they're losing units here, but it's not super crucial that they hold on. Russia has managed to pull back the remainder of their forces here. And we'll see if they can hold this right side. That's not a very large army, honestly, for France, so I'm not too worried about it. You do have France really starting to make some pressure here. I think the coalition are starting to spread their armies out a little bit. And that's going to start hurting them a little. Although France keeps taking some heavy losses with cavalry. Oh, a bayonet charge here. Straight into the Landwehr mass. That first one probably will break.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Artillery's going to shift over. I'm not sure where they're planning on trying to strike here. Yep, see, the first one does break. There's reserves sitting right here. The coalition, despite all, guys, despite everything, they're still doing decent. Not too worried yet about them. And they're giving the French on the right here a run for their money here. Sorry to bounce back and forth so much. Trying to catch it all. More from the French perspective, I guess, now, although it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, they're losing over here on the right. They're pulling back yet again. I mean, this battle does not... It's had its ups and downs, but for the most part, it's been pretty steady for the coalition this entire time. Obviously, some setbacks here with Russia losing that right flank. They're kind of stalling out. I think the coalition is stalling out here in the center. They haven't really made any real headway yet. On the right-hand side, they're doing very well, or on the coalition's left side, they're doing well. But the coalition have not made a decisive win yet. Finally, the attack is eased up on Bavaria. Russia getting a chance to actually rest up and reform here. Maybe there'll be a push for the town. Look at these guys. Just almost point blanking each other. So close to each other. Now that is a realistic. Man. Now that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so this one brave unit is standing their ground here as the coalition push forward. Maybe another LOC fight. Yep, here we go. Another LOC fight. Oh, wow. Bayonet charge sneaking in. Now he's going to rush these guys forward. Oh, nope. He's going to charge in as well. They are really trying to put the pressure on. Switch things up. Oh, France going for a flanking charge to the Landwehr, though. And that is going to throw a little wrench to their plans. Man, they are counterattacking like crazy. A nice rally and counterattack by France. Over here, though, France just keeps losing on this left side. They just cannot stand their ground. Russia actually throwing forward some units here, as this is some crucial moments in this fight. We are still at 37 minutes remaining. The little fighting force, the East Essex, pushing for. Okay, no, I thought they were gonna go. The 44th was maybe gonna go in for the LOC. Now they're standing their ground. I like how they haven't given up. They got counterattacked. They have not given up here. I think the majority of the French now are consisting of those on the left side and around this LOC. I don't think there's a small remnant over here, but for the most part, those corps are gone. Maybe we'll see some French cavalry charge in here. Maybe some heavy cav. When you guys stop freaking out. There we go. Thank you. Let's see here. Go for that skirmisher unit. Oh, they're dropping like crazy, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, that. Oh. One last charge. That's all they got. Man, they dropped a lot of them. Alright, Bavaria and Russia going back at it. You know, rallying and pushing. And now it's just one corps here. As I'm sure the French have tried to... Yep, I'm pretty sure this is the Guard. Yep, they are right here. Probably to take up the hand-to-hand fight, as they probably will be best at this, quite honestly. This is their bread and butter. Hand-to-hand combat. And here, the coalition... I mean, they're probably going to try to stand the ground to a certain degree, but... Yeah, man, they don't want to take this. Too late. Made your bed, now you gotta lie in it. Got flanking fire, though. Oh, brutal flanking fire. Doesn't matter. Yep, they're gonna go in on all cylinders firing here for the French. Finally gonna throw the coalition out of the town here with some vicious bayonet charges in this cluster of trees here. If they can break a lot of this 10-point Blucher and 7-point Prussia, that will pay heavily for all the losses they've had so far. Now let's see if Russia and Bavaria can capitalize on the fact that the French are all focused here. But look at this nasty, wicked flank that's curving around. The French are trying to break out here, but they are getting absolutely destroyed in the flank. And unfortunately, it looks like these brave French guard are breaking and running, unfortunately. Man, what a bloodbath in the town, though. Yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, I think that's it.
Now they must break.
Yep, I think just out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the battle is pretty much over. The French have just, that was the last charge. I didn't even realize it. That was their last, you know, hell or high water kind of situation. And it worked for a tiny bit, and then it just did not work anymore. Wow. That wicked flank by Blucher just kept working, and all of a sudden it came out of nowhere. And that was it. This is probably going to be a deathmatch victory, not even LOC-wise, if I were to guess. We'll keep watching, letting it unfold a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure... Let me hit the fast forward button here and see if there's any big fighting happening here. There's going to be a small defense here for the moment. Bavaria and Russia are going to have to take on this whole section here. But yeah, the French are gone here. There's a little bit left over here they'll have to deal with. But a grind. Ooh.
Our men are running, sir.
Going for that artillery piece. They get it, though. And why not just march on the flank here?
Our men are running.
I'm gonna hit the fast forward button again because I don't think a whole lot's gonna change at this point, guys. LOC is getting recaptured just in case. I expect pretty soon here we'll see just a massive mass rout from the remainder of the French forces. Bavaria still getting just absolutely hammered here. Man. They have taken heavy losses. Give him the cold steel. Just finish it up. Oh, let's see. Can they point blank them? Man. There we go. Now everything's collapsing in. You got cavalry charging in. You got the Prussians here. The Russians pushing.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need to watch the rest of this. This is kind of where things just get boring. You're trying to clean up and all that. So I may just, if nothing else changes, I'm going to declare the deathmatch victory for the NR4, the coalition, and we'll just go from there. All right, guys. So yeah, a deathmatch victory for the NR4 coalition. Well played. I'm gonna have the results here so you can see some decent kills. A lot on the coalition side, obviously, is taking the win. It was interesting. It was an interesting game. It was interesting to see, you know, I mean, it's always fun to see what could have been done in certain situations of like, hey, well, I feel like they could have done this in this situation, being able to arm, what is it called? Backseat driving, like armchair quarterback, I think it's called. The expression. I think the French, maybe they should have pushed aggressively on Russia sooner, because obviously it worked out well for them. Maybe they should have pushed. They seemed like they were a little bit indecisive. Maybe there was other circumstances I didn't notice. That's always possible. But anyway, that being said, let's go over the kills. So we have on the coalition side, you have Matt Bob with 1902 for the kills. I believe he was playing Blucher. You have Cat playing as Blow, 7-pointer, 862. Then you have I Am at School Bro. He was the Russia with 1028. And then you have Adam playing as Bavaria with 370 for the kills. Yeah, I think he did more supporting than anything. Still a crucial role. On the other side, you have Lanz as Eugen, 1121. You have Lotus with 937 as Mortier. You have Rancho with 726 as, I don't actually know who that is. Use Victor or the Dunslot. And then you have Sonny. He had 794 for the kills. So definitely, you know, there's been more close battles before, but it was still a fun one to watch. Like seeing the strategy, and it was pretty much the strategy for the coalition was walk forward with the massive numbers. And, you know, so to think about for future games, like what do you do against a force that big? You know, what is the only thing that works? But anyway, guys, that will be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Sorry for all the coughing and sneezing and all that sort of thing. I won't be recording the next 2 days because I'll be at work, but I'm trying to get back into it. I know it's been slow going, but I appreciate the support as always. You guys are the best. I do appreciate, I know I say it a lot, but I do really appreciate hearing from you guys and also hearing just the encouragement from you all. So it means a lot to me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.